Hello students, in this video we are going to learn about what is machine learning and what are the types of machine learning. So machine learning is a very clear buzzword in the academic market nowadays. So we'll learn what it is and also we'll learn what are the types of machine learning available. So what is machine learning? Machine learning is nothing but you make the machine to learn to do a particular task, right? So for example, there are many applications available, automated homes where the camera automatically senses whether the person standing in the front is a genuine person or not and then open the door automatically. So all such applications are available in the market which implements the machine learning. So before we move into what is machine learning, we should know the difference between artificial intelligence, machine learning, and a deep learning. So artificial intelligence can be thought of a very big set of algorithms, okay, where a machine is given a task to mimic like a human. So for example, let's take a robot and I just teach the robot a set of rules and the robot behaves as such. So that can be considered to be an AI. And inside the artificial intelligence, there is a field called machine learning. And what is machine learning? So the machine learning is also a set of rules that I teach to a machine, but this time the machine learn it by itself by using some set of data, right? And then there is again a small subset in machine learning called deep learning, which mainly concentrate on the artificial neural network. Here we have more layers, we have more data, and more learning happens. And so now we have a clear-cut understanding on what is AI, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. So coming on to the difference between machine learning and a deep learning. So when an input is given, so machine learning has a set of algorithms to do the feature extractions and then it performs the classification. So image is given, it extracts the features and classify whether the image is a human or it is an animal. Okay, and then it takes the output decision based on that. But in the deep learning, you have an architecture which does these two functions together. So which will optimize your performance of the algorithm, which optimize your storage, which optimize your running time as well. So this is a clear-cut differentiation of machine learning and deep learning. So moving on, the machine learning has many applications. For example, in retail, you have recommendation system where your Amazon recommends a product that you have to buy based on the watch history, based on the buying pattern of yours, it recommend product for you. So when you consider travel, so travel recommendations, dynamic pricing, so based on your booking history, it recommends even your travel plans as well. So when you come to healthcare, there are options like medical imaging applications where medical imaging is done very precise nowadays compared to the olden days. And we also have applications like drug discovery using machine learning. And when you come to finance, we have applications like fraud detection and media. So you have Spotify, which recommends songs for you, YouTube, which recommends video for you, and social medias, which recommends the news feeds for you. And also there is an option of target advertising. So whichever product you love the most, you get the advertisement of that most. So now moving on to further applications of machine learning, we see that it redefine your search engine results, so social media services. So there are virtual assistants nowadays who will answer your questions, chatbots, and automatic translations are available, video surveillance, which detects the presence of a person and then it makes up the camera on or then makes up the decision, product recommendation. So these are the different applications of machine learning. So moving on to the types of machine learning. So we have something called a supervised learning. This is the first type of machine learning that we are going to talk about. So in the supervised learning, you will always have a teacher to train the system. Okay, so imagine this is your ML algorithm, right? And I just have a training data set. So this is my training data set. So all these data sets are labeled, given a name. So I say this is a pink donut and here it's a white donut and here it is a chocolate donut and this is something like maybe a pista donut and again a pink donut. So everything is given a name, white donut. So this is what we called as an input and its label. Okay, you will have an input image and also a label for that. So using this set of data, you will train this ML algorithm. And the ML algorithm is trained on the set of data. Now the training phase is done. And then it comes to the testing data. So when I give a new donut image, it identified to what category that donut image belongs to. So it says that very close it's to the chocolate donut, or it very close it's to the white donut. So it says it's a white donut or white chocolate donut, or it says it's a simply a donut without any flavors, right? So this is how a supervised learning works. So first, there is a training phase where you feed the algorithm with your data and label. Now it has completed the training phase. It comes to the testing phase where a new image is given. It exactly identifies what that image is. So the well-known supervised learning functionalities or regression, where you will predict or forecast what will happen. Okay, and the second one is called classification. You will classify whether it belongs to a spam or a not spam, how your Gmail labels your mails. Okay, that is based on classification. Right, so now moving on to the next slide, unsupervised learning. Okay, as it's a donut. So unsupervised learning. So unsupervised learning also have a training phase where it gives you the data, right? But this time there is no labels. You don't have a labels. Automatically the model is permitted to identify some patterns. Okay, so it learned some patterns. So now these are all same color data, and these are all the same color data. And again here you have this color data. So it just segregates, or in terms of technical word I can say it cluster your data, it group your data. So that is called unsupervised learning. There is nobody to teach you. Okay, the machine itself understands that, oh yeah, these are all footballs, these are all volleyballs, these are all basketballs. Okay, so by using the patterns, the model itself do it. So that is called this unsupervised learning. So most famous algorithms are clustering, component analysis. Okay, so everything come under the unsupervised learning algorithms. So maybe one best example is in a mall. Okay, so based on the shopping pattern of every customer, it classifies the customer. Okay, whether these are all customers who have come for window shopping, and these are all the customers who have come for really shopping. So let me just send some discount messages to them so that they are very happy. They just do the purchase. Okay, so customer segmentation is one example of unsupervised learning. The third type is the reinforcement learning, where an input is given and the response is received by the system. So for the first time, it says it's a mango. Okay, so now there is also a feedback which gives a negative mark for the wrong answer. So this is a wrong answer, so it gives a negative mark, but a positive mark for the right answer. So now the system always attempt to give a right answer, because for every wrong answer, it is getting a negative marking. So it says, yeah, it's noted. Okay, it's a trial and error basis. It learns on trial and error basis. So this is a reinforcement learning which is heavily used on gaming applications, developing gaming applications. Example here, you see now it has to reach the diamond. So now the robot takes this path. It is given a plus. Okay, and again, it takes this path. It's given maybe a half a mark, because obviously when it turns this side, it is going to hit a fire. Okay, so it is not given a proper reward. It's given half a mark. So now the robot understand, oh, I'm getting less reward, which means there is no path to go there. So let me take the reward here. So when it comes reverse, again I add some marks to it. Okay, so I say 1 mark. Okay, so for this step I give 1 mark. For this step I give 0.5. So robot understand, oh, something is wrong over it. Okay, or I just reduce the marks, minus 0.5. So now it understands I'm getting a negative mark, which means the path that I'm taking is not correct. So let me come back. So it gets 1. So again, when it takes here, I give a 1. Okay, and when it takes here, this has hit a fire. So I give a very heavy penalty of 3. So it should not take this turn any time in its movement. Okay, so the robot learns that way. So now when it takes here, I just say it is very close to the diamond. So I again give 1. So when it comes here again, I give plus 4, which means, yeah, that's the right path. Okay. So, and when it hits here, it wins. All right. So this is a type of reinforcement learning. So now we understand what is machine learning, what are the types of machine learning. So using coding, we will understand the first type of machine learning, that is called supervised machine learning. And in the supervised machine learning, let us understand about the regression algorithms.